we are. Do you see it? Oh, okay. I'll wait. Oh, it's 7 o'clock. It is. Straight up 7 o'clock. Straight up, man. 7 o'clock. Hey guys, it's Tasha. I am your Simple Solutions Specialist, and I'm coming to you live from the Smoky Mountain Homestead. And Alan's in there trying to make sure that the like the little notice thing pops up on my page, because someone said that they didn't see it. So trying to see if there's something like special that I need to do to make sure that that happens. Yeah, so it's been a crazy weekend. This last weekend was crazy. So Darian turned 16 on Wednesday. So Alan's mom and her husband, and then one of Darian's friends from the homeschool group down by Charlotte, and her dad came up for his birthday celebration on Saturday. But so a couple of them got in on, when did they come up? Thursday? Wednesday? No. Oh, it did? It did pop up? Oh, right on. Did they come up on Wednesday or Thursday?
Wade?
Yeah.
Thursday.
They came up on Thursday, and then my in-laws came up on Friday, and they all brought their dogs. Both of them brought their dogs. So we had 5 dogs in this house. It was crazy.
And then they all left Sunday.
Yeah, and then they all left on Sunday. But, oh, man. No, they left, Wade and them left on Saturday night. But, 5 dogs in this house, you guys. Oh, my God, it was crazy. But it was really fun. I love seeing all these dogs. And Wade, our friend, he brought their little dog, Sechi. And he goes, hey, Sechi, sing. Can you sing? And so Sechi will start howling. Woo! And it's really funny. Oh, hey. Hi, Kathy. She saw it. I didn't know if the notice would pop up or not, because somebody said that they didn't see the notice for whatever reason. So Alan was on there making sure that it popped up. So, yeah, so that was crazy. It's been a really crazy weekend. I needed a whole day off of doing nothing just to get over it. Kathleen's on there. Look it. Doop, doop. Hello there. Oh, look, my daughter gave me, it's going to be backwards for you, but she gave me this, she gave us mugs for Christmas. This one says, I like his beard. And then the one she got for Alan says, I like her butt. So we got those, and then she gave us socks. Mine on the bottom say, on one foot it says, if you can read this, and the other foot says, bring me a glass of wine. And his says, if you can read this, bring me a cold beer. So, funny. She says, ups, hey, Alan.
Hello.
Hello. All right, so what have we got going on here? Yeah, so we had Darian's birthday party. Kathleen, I made that vegetarian black bean chili that we had when we did the potluck here. I made that, and I made a double batch of cornbread. So I have this great big cast iron pan and then 2 regular ones. And so all 3 of them were full of that. And then Darian brought home a whole bunch of biscuits from work. So we had all these biscuits. So I made a whole bunch of honey butter to go with everything. And I made a great big pan of brownies. So I asked Darian if he wanted a birthday cake. I said, do you want me to make you a cake? He's like, not really. He goes, I'm not really cake. But he goes, but brownies, I'll take some brownies. So, right? Alan's like 2 thumbs up. They both prefer brownies to cake anyways. When Alan and I renewed our vows for our 10th anniversary, because most people won't eat a piece of cake or even a whole cupcake, but they will eat those little tiny mini cupcakes. So we got a bunch of those. And people will eat like 17 of those and go, oh, I'll just have one little one. I'll just have one little one. So that was pretty funny. They'll eat 17 of those teeny tiny ones, but they won't have one regular piece of cake. Same thing. Yeah, so we did that. I loved having all the dogs here. So I want to poke Alan, and I'm hoping that shelter over here opens up pretty soon, because we told Darian that we would take him down there and he could pick out a dog when that shelter opens. The problem, the problem is going to be if he picks a dog bigger than our dog door. That'll be interesting. So We'll see if the dog fits through it or not, or if Alan has to make the hole bigger or something like that. Because what's in there right now is actually a large cat door, because our dogs are both small enough to get through it. So, so we'll see how that works out. Let's see, what else? Oh, big news. Oh, I didn't tell you about this, honey. So next Tuesday at 9 o'clock, Darian has, he is registered for orientation over at the college for his classes because he wants to get his GED. So he's registered for the orientation to do the GED classes. Yep. He's been asking for it, so I called and left a message. The lady called back today, so we'll see how that goes. It's weird. I'm like, it's kind of nerve-wracking, you know? Like, hey, Randy. So Kathleen, Randy is my cousin. He's in Texas. Randy, meet Kathleen. She lives up here in the mountains, pretty close to us. Yeah, so Randy, I was just telling Kathleen that Darian is registered at the college to start taking his courses to be able to take his GED, because he wants to do that, because he wants to start classes at the community college here in the fall. So we'll see how that goes. That's weird. It's weird to think that my youngest kid is like growing up and doing grown-uppy things. It's weird. I don't even do grown-uppy things. Hell. So, anyways, oh, I wanted to make sure that everybody knows that you guys should know each other. You guys like all the same kind of stuff. On my website, if you go to simplesolutionsspecialist.com and then go to the Smoky Mountain Homestead tab, on the left-hand side, there's a tab that says the recipes, and that is where I posted the recipe for the pickled eggs that I did. So I gave a batch of them. Yeah, he's really excited. I gave a batch of those pickled eggs to my brother-in-law for Christmas. Hi, Jess! Oh, my other cousin is here too. Oh my gosh, it's a family reunion. Yeah, so, and he really liked them. Like, he really, really liked them. And then my Ellen's niece was there with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend will eat anything, really. If it's not nailed down, he'll eat it.
After the day.
Yeah, so he's like, I'll try it, whatever. And he's like, hey, that's really good. And then Jenna, his niece, she's like, oh, and of course she's looking at it like, what the heck? Because they look funky, you know. I mean, it's a pickled egg. They do look funky. But she's like, oh, I would eat these again. So she liked them. Are you going outside?
Yeah.
Ooh, you guys, it's supposed to get below, what's the temperature now? So it's snowing already here, and it's sticking. And then, what is it?
33.
Oh, it's 33 degrees. Wow, that's downright balmy.
Yeah, it's supposed to get down to like maybe 10,
Maybe, yeah, get down to 10, about 10 degrees tonight. But with the wind chill, it could get down below 0. So that's cold. That's cold. That's cold. Good thing those chickens are in that nice, solid coop. Man, I haven't had any frozen eggs though yet, so I'm grateful for that. That would be weird, but I know it happens.
It's been pretty cold.
Look, there he is. He's so, ooh, whoa, that door open is cold. Yeah, so I posted that recipe for you guys if you want that. Alan says for him it's too vinegary, so you could cut down on the vinegar a little bit, but I wouldn't cut down on it too much because that's what actually pickles the eggs. So if you don't use enough vinegar, it would, ooh, wow, 24. Ugh. If you don't use enough vinegar, it's not going to pickle them, and then you'll just have these eggs. I don't know. I would feel like they'd be unsafe. I don't know. So, or maybe if you just let them sit there longer, they end up not so vinegary, but taking on more of the flavor of the seasonings that you put in there. I'll bet that's what happens. Because those were sitting in there for a good. Well, I did that pickled egg video quite a while ago, and I let those sit in there. And those are the ones that I gave him, and he said they were really good. So we'll see. I'll do another batch, and I'll cut down on the vinegar and see how it goes. And if I don't kill Alan, then we know that it works, huh? Yeah. Let's see here. What else did we have? So he's got that, and I got that. Oh, so last week I did a drawing for. We talked about Oh, I was talking about how I kind of like, what kind of hot sauce to use. I like Texas Pete's. Hi, Vicky. Sorry, choking. Choking while I'm saying hi. I use Texas Pete's, but I also like Frank's Red Hot. They're different flavors, so it depends on what you like. I actually don't like Tabasco as much as I like Frank's Red Hot. Tabasco is more just hot rather than flavor, so and I don't mind hot. I like spicy, but I just don't like it without flavor. So anyways, the winner of the book that I was giving away last week, Taming the Paper Tiger, is Sonia Mendoza Olmos, blah blah. Her name is like 27 miles long. Anyway, it's Sonia. So I'm gonna get this in the mail to her. So there's that. And what else did I want to show you? Oh yeah, I was telling you guys it's snowing. It's snowing again. Like all the snow hasn't even melted yet, and it's already snowing again. So, and it's supposed to get so cold tonight. I really hope it doesn't freeze, because that means we'd be frozen in tomorrow. And on Wednesday nights, we like to go down to this little local pub down here called Mad Anthony's, and they have trivia night. So that's really fun. But if it's frozen, we can't get down the mountain. I mean, we'd get down the mountain, that's for sure. Oh yeah, that's perfect. If the thing is, we would be able to get down the mountain, probably sliding right down it, but then we wouldn't be able to get back up, and I don't want to get stuck down in town. So if it's frozen, we don't go anywhere. That's kind of how it goes around here. So I want to show you a couple little things. So our household cleaner, I do a few different kinds of different household cleaners. The one I did a video, I think it's on my YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and go to Smoky Mountain Homestead, that's me. And don't forget to subscribe. And there is one on there that has a homemade cleaner in it. And I think it's also the one where I did my rosemary hair rinse too. So if you see the one that says rosemary hair rinse, I think it's under that one. So this is the other kind of cleaner that I make. I don't usually buy citrus up here because it is, you guys, it is so expensive. It's like $1 for a lemon. One lemon. Just the one. And, I'm so used to being able to, in San Diego, I could just walk across the street with my basket over to Russ Ann's house and fill up my basket. And she had this lemon tree that these lemons were like this big, and they were super, super juicy. So I'd get a whole basket of them and juice them. And then I would freeze it in ice cube trays. And then I would just use it in little bits like that. But the lemons, I mean, limes are expensive, oranges are, all the citrus is expensive, which is, I didn't really plan on that. I mean, I didn't expect it. Why would I think about things like that? But anyways, someone had given us a box of those little, like clementine oranges. And we don't usually eat oranges. So I like orange juice, and I like orange juice, but I don't like oranges, and I don't like anything flavored orange, which is kind of weird. But anyways, so I peeled them all, and I juiced them all. First I juiced them all, and then I drank the juice, and then, well, Alan would drink it, Darian wouldn't drink it. He doesn't like orange juice. But then I put all the peels into a big half-gallon mason jar like this one, and then filled it up with vinegar, and then I just let it soak until I remembered it was there. And then I came back and strained it out, and that's my orange cleaner. So like that orange, it's like the orange cleaner that everybody uses to get like things, like labels unstuck or whatever. That's perfect for it. The same thing with lemon. You could do the same thing with lemon. You could do it with lime, but you'd have to use, that's a lot of limes. That's a really lot of limes. So I don't know if I would do it with limes. I just use the limes for my margaritas and be done with it. And then compost them. So there's that. And one of the other things I do is, we have a bunch of pine trees out back. Well, we're in the middle of the woods, so we've got a lot of pine trees. So I go out there and I get the pine boughs, and I take the pine needles off of the boughs, and then I do the same thing. I fill it. Probably it's a process, but it's really cool pine cleaner, and so I'll fill it up to about here. What is that? That is, stop moving. That says cups. It just says cups. Oh, 2.5 cups. 2.5 cups of pine needles, and then top it off with vinegar, and that's it, and let it sit and sit and sit and sit and sit and sit, sit for probably. I usually remember that they're sitting on the up in the not the pantry, but up in the laundry room. About 3 months after, it's like, oh yeah, because I'll go up there to get something, and I go, oh, look at that. So that's when I strain it out. So this is not a science. There's not a big science to it, but that'll give you a really good pine cleaner too if you like that pine scent. Ooh, I think I just moved it, didn't I? I did. Well, let's see. Oh, so when my in-laws were here this last weekend, Charisse, my mother-in-law, she, what was that? It was barely a bark. No, don't you start. She wanted coffee. So I was going to bring down, we have a percolator that we got at an antique store, but it's a plug-in one, and she didn't want that much, and because it's just her and Alan drinking the coffee. So I pulled this down, and I know she had used one before because she said she did, but I guess she forgot how much she liked it. But she was like, this coffee's really good. I'm like, it's just cheap or whatever coffee, but so my girlfriend Roseanne, several years ago, this is when Alan was still in the Navy, she gave him, I think it was for Christmas or for his birthday or something, a French press, but it was glass. And she was like, oh, you know what? Because she was thinking, oh, he could make his own really good coffee on the ship. I don't know why she was thinking about this, because she was in the Navy for 20 years too. And then they're like, oh, but it's glass, it'll break. So she took it back and she got him this one. And we've had this one ever since. And really, you guys, we've used this every day almost since, oh my gosh, it was, well, he had this on his first deployment when we got together. So, no, maybe second. Either way, it's easy. And so, and it has no, I mean, it has a filter, obviously. It's wet. I had to rinse it out. So you just boil your water, put a big scoop of coffee in there, and then when the water's boiling, pour that over there. And I leave the top part off and let it sit for 5 minutes because Alan says that the coffee is too hot if I put the lid on there, but you could do that. So you just stick it on like that and wait for 5 minutes and then push the plunger down, and that's it. And then we compost the coffee grounds, obviously. But you can do other stuff with the coffee grounds too. You can make a facial out of it. One thing I will tell you about French presses though is it's perfect for one person because he'll drink the pot and then he's done for the day. So it's got this little arrow. See right there? So when the arrow's pointing right there, that means the coffee, that's your, like, open it up so the coffee can come out. So just make sure that when you push the plunger down, that spout is closed, because if you don't close it, you'll have coffee spurting all over the place. Don't ask me how I know that. Yeah, so there's that. And another thing. What time is it? Oh, it's only 20 after. So these, I got a bunch of, some of these are my Grandma Van Gilder's, some were my dad's, some were my Grandma Solace's. These are all just hankies. And we use these all the time. And now I've got Darian hooked on them too. He loves handkerchiefs. So I think I need to go to the thrift stores and start looking for handkerchiefs. Or maybe not be able to find them there, but I could probably find them at antique stores. So he really likes handkerchiefs. So we actually do have Kleenex in the house. But that's because most of the time people, when they come over and they're like, well, really actually here in the house, what we use is just rags. Especially if somebody has a cold or something. There's no way. I'm like, don't go through all of our nice hanky, because the hankies are just like what you carry with you. But when we're here at home, we just use rags and just throw them in the laundry. They wash just fine. There's nothing wrong with them. And they're just old cut up t-shirts, so they're soft. Yeah, but most people don't want to go to go to your house and go, hey, I'm going to use these rags on the back of your toilet to wipe my nose. So, yeah, we make sure we have Kleenex here for. I mean, it's put away like it's there. It's hot in here, man. You know, with that wood stove, it's either hot or well, no. It's just usually at night when it starts to get hot in here. So we actually turn on the air conditioner, which means opening the back door. That's how we regulate the heat. Because it gets hot. Who was adorable? I don't know. Yeah, so hankies. These are one of my very favorite things. And I have a few of them that are my favorites. I think I'm going to actually frame them and hang them up somewhere. They're just really cute. So, and I love that Darian's hooked on them too. I don't think I've ever actually seen him in years use Kleenex, unless we're like out at a restaurant or something and he happens to have a napkin or something next to him. He'll use that. But, or if you're a dude and you don't want to carry a cute little hanky, you can carry bandanas. Or this one's cute, you guys. Look, it's even pink. I like it. Yeah, so, and Alan got me these for Christmas. Two more bandanas. So those are cute. You can't have too many bandanas, that's for sure. So there's that. And then there was something else. I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, I had a list of the recipes that I'm thinking about posting, but I need to make sure that you guys even want them, because if you don't want them, there's no reason why I, should be posting them. There's let me see if I can find them. So on my to-do list, I have a million to-do lists. I need to combine them. I do that. I'll have 6 to-do lists. I have one in my purse. I have one in the office. I don't spend a lot of time in the office in the winter because that room gets so cold. Like I was back there trying to use the printer today, trying to get the electricity had gone. The power goes out all the time up here, and it just flickers out and flickers back on. It'll be out for a while, whatever. It's not a big deal. But so I'm back there. It had turned off, and it says you turned off your printer incorrectly or whatever they say. So I'm back there fiddling with it, and Alan comes back. He's like, "Why are you in the cold room?" There's a weird line on the. Weird. I don't know. Anyways, so let me see. The marinated carrots that I did. I need to post that recipe too. I used to do them way back in the day. Do you remember? I'm sure you guys remember when they started making those baby carrots that you could buy. They're just the small, uniformly shaped carrots. Yeah, that, I used to buy those all the time when the kids were little. And then I read, about, first of all, they come in plastic. Why do you need to put a carrot in plastic? Which is bizarre to me. But they do dip them in chlorine. So I'm like, I don't think I want to be feeding my children chlorine. And then I thought, people are like, oh, but they're bite-sized. I'm like, hey, you know what I know how to do? I know how to cut carrots with a knife. It's not that big a deal. So, yeah, I just, so now I just cut them up myself and I just kind of eyeball it to make sure they fit in the jar. And then that way, you can, either way you can get organic ones, but I really try to avoid that plastic packaging if I can. And then if you go to a farmer's market, you can usually get fresh carrots. If you have a farmer's market that's open during the season, our farmer's market closes when, I think last of October, and then they don't open up again until spring. A lot of the hotels do that here too. You'll go by and it'll say, see you in the spring. Some of the restaurants, it slows way, well, in Maggie Valley it slows way down. Waynesville isn't as bad. But yeah, so there's that one, and I do absolutely want to post my beef jerky recipe because I gave a bunch of beef jerky to some of the guys in the family for Christmas, a big canning, a quart jar of it. So it was, I think it started out at 3 pounds of meat, and then after it was dried. Hey, honey, do you remember how after that beef jerky was dried, how many pounds of beef jerky there were out of one batch?
It was like a third of the weight.
It was like a third of the weight, so
So we got like,
a pound because it's 3 pounds. 3 pounds of meat.
was it, or was it half?
I don't remember.
It was like a half or a third of the weight.
Yeah, so anyways, they really like that. And making your own beef jerky is, I mean, that's like one of the easiest. The hardest part about it is waiting for it to freaking dehydrate so you can eat it. And then we used, so we had done all the marinating. And, ooh, my hand's itching. I'm going to get some money. We'd done all the marinating, got all that done, and we still had all this marinade left, and I didn't want to just like get rid of it. And so we happened to be having steak for dinner, in the next night or two, and so I marinated the steak for like a day and a half in the beef jerky marinade. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was so good. That was really, really, really good. So you have to try that. So I need to do that one. I did the pickled egg. I get it. Oh, the mustard. Yep. Hey, Randy, did you make mustard? Did you try it? It's so easy. It's super easy. And I labeled mine to use it for just in sauces because it's, the rest of this stuff the guys can use for whatever. I don't care. But my good stuff I want to use for when I'm making like a mustard rub or something like that for my pork loins and stuff. So, what else? Let me see. That was, oh, phone number. Okay, I think, are we almost done? I think we are almost done. So don't forget, you can find me all over the place. I'm on Instagram, Simple Solutions Specialist. I'm on Pinterest, Simple Solutions Specialist. Twitter is Tasha Elizabeth C. What else? LinkedIn is Tasha Elizabeth Childers. There's, what else? There's almost all the platforms out there. YouTube is Smoky Mountain Homestead. And I think that's all of them. So don't forget to go to my YouTube channel and hit subscribe. Watch a couple of the videos and hit that like button so that it pops up more. Yeah, so I think that's it. That's what I have for tonight, unless you guys have any questions. Oh, you're going to do the eggs tomorrow. Cool. Let me know how they turn out. So make sure that if there's anything specific that you want me to talk about or any specific recipes you want me to do, put them in the comments, or you can, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and put them in the comments there, and I'll put them on the list for because I'm still doing the my planning for the next 6 months of the content that I'm going to be doing. So that is it that I have for now. It's good to see you guys. It's fun. It's always fun to see friends and family. All right, that's it for tonight. Peace out. Be the change.